Okay, I'm back. This is part two of IT 105, assignment three. We added a column that was the gender, and then by their names, we just guessed on the gender there. And this doesn't matter, right? If you get it male or female, it doesn't matter to me. As long as you go ahead and insert that column and insert those genders, we are absolutely fine. We're moving on to step 9. We need to go ahead and make this table style 7. So we click on the table tools, we're clicking on the design, and we need to find table 7. So I'm just going to this open a little bit, search for it. I think it's table style 7. There it is. But we haven't adjusted that yet because we're going to adjust it here soon. So I'll just let that overhang. 9B wants us to select these two cells, children and other pets. It wants us to select the fill, so we're going to go to table designs. We're still there, right? Table tools designs. We click on this fill and it wants us to do accent 1. Then it wants us to do the font of white, style 5. In this table tools design, we go to text fill and we're going to go to white, style 5. So you'll see those change there, right? That all that is white. All the font here is white. Okay, for the next step, I wanted to go ahead and adjust the table, so I've slid it in there. I've slid it down to resize a little bit just to fit. We are going to um, work with the name cell. We want to put the alignment as bottom. So what I've done here is I've gone to table design, table tools design. I've clicked on that table formats expansion, and I want to work with the cell properties. I'm going to go with bottom, right, and centered, right? So we're going to center the text as well, right? So we are going to work with the text. Alignment is center, right? So we've got center bottom. I think that's right. Apply bottom left for name cell. Okay, so we're going to right click. We're going to change that text to left. Name is left. The next wants us to work with the age, the sex, and the color breed cells. It wants us to do bottom. So we're going to um, click on this, expand it again, like we did before. Go to cell properties. We're going to go to bottom. Next, we're going to go to center. We can't do a bottom center here, right? So we can't change it there, which is unfortunate. So we just click OK here, then we right click on those. We're going to change text to paragraph and we're going to put it in center. So we are at center bottom. Okay, so next we're going to work with the line top center with good, with, and children and others. It looks like we've lost that fill for some reason, so let me go ahead and put that fill back in. It was also white font, if you remember. So this is just a correction that I'm doing. So we're going to go to text fill. We're going to put it white, style 5. It wanted it to be bold as well, I believe. So we've got ahead and caught that up. So now we are going to highlight these. We're going to go back to our table tools design. Click on tables format, go to cell properties. We are going to put it at the bottom. Okay, and we are going to put it, align top center. So I wasn't paying attention. We'll go ahead, and this is giving you a bonus, right? So go ahead and go to cell properties, go to top, click OK, and then click on these and go to change text, paragraph, center. Okay. Okay. So we've just done steps 8C. Steps 8C. We're going to do a border on the bottom of good width. So we just, and it's there already, but just to show you how I did that, I right click on this area and I do select cell. I then in the table tools design, I went to 1.5. I went to line color of white, and I went to bottom border. I just removed it there, so let's go ahead and put it back on. And of course, it didn't go back on, so we're going to have to do it again. Select cell, line color white, 1.5, and there we go. So we see that border there. And I believe I said we finished 8C. That was incorrect. It's 9C. And now we just did a 9D. Step 9E, it wants us to add 3/4 point black borders below each cat and dog's name except the last dog's name. So we select the cat row of the name, and we're going to do this one at a time. You can probably do more than one. We select black, we select bottom borders. And of course, I have to reselect it. There's one. You got to be careful, otherwise you'll move your whole table. So all right, so we've got each cat's name, and now we're doing each dog's name just by simply selecting that bottom border, and it says to not do the last dog name. Oops. So we will not do the last dog name of Princess. So 9F wants us to select the cats row. Highlight the cats row. We're going to select table tools design, text fill, and we're going to do accent 1, lighter 40. And I believe that's it. Let me highlight over it. Yep. So we're going to put that on the cats row. What we did there was we actually changed the text, right? We don't want to change the text, so I'm going to go ahead and undo that. We want to change the color of the fill behind it, so we simply highlight, right click, and we could change it right here, right? So I right click, this will change the font, this will change the fill, and I select to accent lighter 40, right? So now that's changed it, and we're going to do the same thing for dogs. We highlight, we right click, this changes the text, this changes the fill. It's already on our default, and we just click it, and we should be good there. Next, we need to center the age, the sex, and the yes and no fields, right? I don't believe we need to do the color, so I'll first highlight the, you got to be careful. Sometimes you may move your table and you don't mean to. I'm going to highlight the age and sex. And on the home tab, we're going to click center, right? I can't highlight it all because some of these are merged, right? And then it would move everything. So I'm just highlighting the ones I want to do first, right? And then the yes and no fields, right? So I won't see that right there. Once I get to that, it highlights the whole table. I don't need that. So we're going to highlight the entries and then center the table. And we're just going to work with tightening up our table a little bit. We don't want all this extra space, so we're just simply going to right click and right click, select that cell, and we could adjust by moving it in and out, right? We're going to clean it up, and it doesn't want any two lines like here, right? So one of these is going to have to be stretched out a little bit. So we're going to select that cell. We're going to move it out a little bit so it fits on one line. We're going to continue to clean it up, right? Maybe get this up a little bit higher. Right, I think that's probably the best we could do. And just look through and kind of make sure that everything looks okay, right? And there's no extra spaces. I'm also going to make sure that's aligned to the right here, right? Trying to get that as best as possible with the picture on page 204. Step 11 says Ginger got adopted, so we're going to go ahead and highlight Ginger. And all I do to highlight is I'm just clicking, left clicking, and dragging there. And then I right click on it. We are going to delete. We don't want to delete the text. We want to delete that whole row. So Ginger's adopted. We delete the whole row, and she has been removed. Next, we're going to need to right align our table. We simply go to Table Layout, click the Align, and click the right align. And we want it to align here with the rest of our uh, our text. I want to move that up a little bit, look a little bit cleaner, right? And also we want to adjust our table width to be as wide as the text box. Right? We don't want too much width, and we've pretty much already went through that already by resizing our table. And the final step is to save your file. You could save it or save as. When you save as, save it to a place where you know it's going to be. I do my desktop. I simply save it. Yes. And when I upload it, I certainly know where it is, right? It's on my desktop here. So when I upload it to the assignment area, I know where it is. All right, guys, good luck. For step 13, it's not a printout. You're just uploading it, and that's all. All right, thanks.